This is a stimulus update and daily news report. Got some important update to share with you. President Biden signed the big bill today and finalizing it. There are increased Social Security payments going out today just to certain recipients. There's a $300 stimulus check deadline tomorrow, and the American Rescue Plan may be expanded. I'll let you know all the details on that and give you some other important updates as well. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more daily, straight to the point updates on matters that financially matter to you. So, Social Security update, direct increased SSI payment worth $914 arriving today. So today is the day that the 8.7% COLA increase goes into effect, but just for SSI. So SSI recipients are receiving double payments this month. So you got it on the 1st, December 1st, and now the 30th, because January is a national holiday, New Year's Day, January 1st, so that's why the payment is coming today, which will bring a total of an estimated or average $1,755 for December. But remember, there is no payment coming in January. So the reason 914, that is the maximum payment it could be. So if you are on SSI, I'm really curious. Let me know down in the comments below what amount are you getting? What's the new amount that you're getting starting today, December 30th? And then for the rest of the Social Security recipients, you get it in January. It's just SSI for today. And I wanted to get your opinion on this because it is flooding the news cycle here. Federal prosecutors are investigating Representative-elect George Santos' finances, among a few other things. So this is Representative George Santos. He just got elected into Congress, actually the district where I grew up in Long Island, New York. But I'm really curious, do you think it's a big deal for a congressman to lie about their college as well as their job history and still be okay to get elected into Congress? So just a little background, he said that he graduated from Baruch College, which he did not. He did not graduate from any college. And then he also said that he worked at Goldman Sachs, which is, I think, the top finance company in the entire world, but he did not work there either. And he admitted that he didn't. He admitted to those lies. So I'm curious. He's an elect, which means that he's just about to go start his new Congress session or whatever, starting January 3rd. So I'm curious. Is this grounds for him to be fired, taken away, or is this not a big deal because Congress members may lie or not lie all the time? Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your opinion if you've heard about that. Big deal, not a big deal. Stimulus update, the American Rescue Plan is expanding. Here's how. So more than 500,000 Americans are currently homeless, and the Biden administration aims to extend the American Rescue Plan to help 25% of them secure housing and become financially stable. Reducing homelessness is a good for society as a whole. So what it's saying here is that the homelessness situation is increasing, but through the American Rescue Plan, which wasn't not the Inflation Reduction Act, but the American Rescue Plan passed back in 2021. It is helping the population, or gets 25% of the homelessness population off the streets, and it ends up benefiting the public as a whole. So I guess according to this bill, it's expanding that even more in terms of helping homelessness. The goal for this year, in the short term, the goal is to help more than 100,000 Americans currently living on the streets, in abandoned buildings, or seeking shelter to have a place to call their own, starting this year. I think before 2022 ends. So that was their goal, 100,000 people. And then stimulus update, deadline to apply for $300 rebate program just 1 day away. So this is going on in Pennsylvania. So if you live in Pennsylvania, residents have until tomorrow to apply for a rebate program that could give them anywhere from $250 to $650 through the Pennsylvania Property Tax Rebate Program. So yeah, that's going tomorrow. There's a few qualifications. So if you live in Pennsylvania, take a look at that. And then President Biden signs the $1.7 trillion government spending bill, making it official. So this big omnibus bill that is 4,100 pages finally got signed. So the thing is, President Biden is currently on vacation in St. Croix. It's a Virgin Island down in the Caribbean, and it was flown down to him for him to sign. When I heard that, I didn't really think much of it, but it looks like some people think this is a big deal that President Biden had the bill signed at his vacation. I'm really curious your thoughts on this. Here's the Republican perspective. I thought this happened all the time, both for former President Trump and President Biden. It happens a lot. Bills have been flown to him when he was in Asia, for former President Trump when he was down in Florida, which is maybe about an hour or so away from the Virgin Islands. So I'm really curious, what are your thoughts on this spin on it? Let me know down in the comments below. Take a look at this video.
Thousands of travelers remain stranded at airports across the nation, but President Biden's $1.7 trillion spending bill scored a ticket to St. Croix for the president to sign from his tropical paradise. Florida Congressman Greg Steube, member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and the House Judiciary Committee, joins me now. Congressman, good morning to you. You know, President Biden does paint himself as a man of the people, but this seems like a uniquely elitist move to have this spending bill flown down to him so that he can sign it while he's on vacation. What do you make of this?
Yeah, not many people of America can afford to go to St. Croix for vacation. And oh, by the way, he's vacationing at a donor's home. I don't know how the ethics rules allow presidents to do that. It wouldn't allow a member of Congress to do that. Joe Biden has been on vacation more than any other president in recent history. So it's no surprising that as we face the crisis at the southern border, the crisis that the Northeast and the Midwest face with all of the blizzards and the shutdowns and all the things that happen because of all those storms, that he's vacationing in St. Croix. It just shows that he doesn't care truly about the American people, despite the fact that they say that they care. Nothing in the spending bill
having to do with border security. What can Republicans do when they take over the House, and is legislation on the table?
Oh, there is money in there for border security, just not our border security. To secure the border of Jordan and Egypt and Tunisia and Oman, there's $400 million in that $1.7 trillion to secure their border, but actually language that says that no money that is appropriated to DHS can be used to secure our border. How backwards and upside down is our country right now when we're going to send millions of dollars to other countries to secure their borders, and we're not going to secure our own border when we had record fentanyl deaths in our country that we know is coming through the southern border. All of these different crimes committed by these individuals, and almost 5 million illegal immigrants come into our country. It's time now that the House, when we get into Republican hands on Tuesday, set this straight, shut the border down, do what we can to perform oversight on Mayorkas and the administration to show the American people that every single day they've been intentionally and willfully violating federal law on the border.
There is a speakership race taking place in the House right now. Votes are going to be on Tuesday, on January 3rd. Who's going to be the next House Speaker?
I think Kevin McCarthy gets there. Look, the overwhelming majority of the conference voted for Kevin McCarthy in our race internally, 188 to 31. It's time for us to unite around our speaker. If it's multiple votes and we're not able to get to the votes because of 5 or 6 holdouts, I know there's 5 for sure that have publicly said it. It doesn't look good to the American people that on the very first day Republicans take the majority, that we can't even rally behind the person who won our conference vote by an overwhelming majority of votes.
Yeah, Andy Biggs was on Fox News yesterday. He said under no circumstances would he vote for Kevin McCarthy. What's the rub there? And does that concern you?
You know, I don't know the history there, but Leader McCarthy can lose 4 votes. So he doesn't have to vote for him. It's that 5th person that has said publicly that they won't. And I know that over the last couple of weeks, Speaker Designate McCarthy has made numerous concessions to them in the Freedom Caucus on the rules changes that they wanted to make, despite the fact that the conference didn't vote for those rules. So I think Leader McCarthy's doing everything he can to try to acquiesce to some of the demands that they've had, and hopefully Tuesday goes smooth, despite the fact that he's going to have a couple no votes on our side.
You know, there is an interesting poll that was released yesterday, Suffolk University, USA Today, and it shows that 65% of people feel the country is headed headed in the wrong direction, and 41% strongly disapprove of President Biden. And yet the Biden administration feels like there's wind at their back right now because of the midterm elections. So where do you think the American people stand really?
Well, I know where my district is, and I know where Floridians stand, and that's not with Joe Biden's policies, which is why people are flocking here from all over the country, because we have Republican rule here in the great state of Florida. So I would say the majority of Americans, just like those polls show, say they don't support the policies of this administration and full Democratic rule that we've had for the last 2 years, which is why the American people put us in charge of the House. And we need to go up there next Tuesday and start doing the things that the American people want us to do, like shutting down the border, providing oversight on the administration, and doing the things that'll bring inflation down, energy independence back to the United States, the things the American people want us to do.
So what are your thoughts on that? Let me know down in the comments below. And that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Oh, hi guys, I didn't see you there. Guys, can I tell you tip of the day, because you know, I'm still in South Carolina. I know it looks like in a different place, but let's get over it. Can I tell you the thing that you should really, really actually do when someone's hurt or you're hurt? You should like really do something really good and help them out, because they're hurt. You can't let a person hurt. Stay there. I know you guys would do such a great thing, even better than that. Like help them up or something. And you can too. So that's all the advice that I wanted to give to you today. And also, this is my sister Kalea. Say hi. Hi. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all of your support. Hopefully you are staying warm. I know it's getting crazy out there with these winter storms. Hopefully you're safe. If you want to check out any of my other videos on my other channels, you can click right up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.